fellow booktubers, my name is Lauren, you're watching Dreams, Books, Courage, and today I'm doing yet another hashtag Browse My Bookshelf episode. A lot of you really seem to be enjoying these, and I really like them because it's easier for me than just doing a bookshelf tour. I don't want to just say names and titles in my videos, I want to actually explain my reading experience to you for all of my books, so I'm glad that a lot of you are appreciating that. Today I am filming episode 5 of Browse My Bookshelf, and I'll be leaving a link to Jillian's video down below because she's the one who started this. I'm actually filming 2 Browse My Bookshelf episodes today, and they're both going to be coming out while I'm actually in college. I decided to film a few right now because obviously I can't do Browse My Bookshelf episodes while I'm in college just because so many of my books will be here, so hopefully these episodes are going to be able to suffice for now, but I'm definitely planning on coming back and filming a few later this year. So let's go ahead and get into these 5 books. The first book we have today is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, and this is the first in a series. I bought this book because I was just hearing so much about it on BookTube, especially from Lainey and Jillian, and so I just picked this book up not really knowing what I was getting into. And I also picked it up earlier this year so that I could read this one and then I could read the sequel, The Mime Order. This book is very hard to explain, and I think that it's better to just go into it without knowing anything, but it is like a fantasy dystopia, and the main character is a fierce woman named Paige. She's really awesome, the story is so intense, and there's just so much world building, and you definitely know that there's a lot to come within the series. I read this one in January of 2015, and I just remember how intense it was whenever I was going into it, and also after I finished it I remember just like looking up so many things on this book so then I could just kind of know more about the story and about the author, and especially about what this cover really means, because it's just such an interesting cover and it definitely has a lot of meaning within this book as well. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. As I said before, it's just so intense and fast-paced. All the characters are just so unique and dynamic, and this world is just so well thought out, so if you really want a good fantasy dystopia, I definitely recommend this one. The next book that I have is The Bookstore by Deborah Myler, and my mom actually picked this one up for me at Target a while ago. She just thought that the synopsis and also this beautiful cover would definitely be something that I'd be interested in, and I definitely really was going into this book. This is about a girl named Esme, and she moves to New York City to continue her graduate studies at Columbia University, and she has a boyfriend and everything seems to be going well for her until she finds out that she is pregnant. Then she is forced to take on a job as well as her graduate studies, and her boyfriend just turns out to be a really horrible person. I read this in May of 2015, so just a few months ago, and at first I was really enjoying the story. I definitely like the writing style that Deborah Myler has. This is her debut novel, but then as I got further and further into this book, I got more and more frustrated with the main character. She wouldn't leave her horrible boyfriend, and she just made a lot of bad decisions, and there really wasn't any character development. Like maybe a little bit, but not really. And so I started out wanting to give this book 5 stars. I had to end up giving it 3 stars, which is quite a low rating for me especially. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be keeping this book. Although it definitely had a very interesting synopsis, it didn't end up not being very good at all. But I do like the settings and the writing style, so I might pick up another book by this author, but I'm definitely not sure if I'm going to be picking this book up again. The next book I have actually isn't a book at all, it's actually an audiobook, and that is Bossy Pants by Tina Fey. I picked this one up because, I mean, it's Tina Fey. Also, I was just having a very long commute to work, and so I wanted to be able to listen to an audiobook on the way to and from work, and I just decided to pick this one up because Tina Fey is hilarious. This is basically just a memoir about her life told in like the funniest way ever. I actually read this one in July of 2014 for a booktubeathon, and it was just really a perfect read for that time, especially since it was a fast audiobook. I definitely have quite a lot of memories with this audiobook because it took place in quite a few of my first booktube videos. Of course, I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. It is just so funny. If you like Tina Fey and her sense of humor, definitely check this one out. This is definitely one of the funniest memoirs out there, and Tina Fey is just an awesome person. The next book I have is part of the Click series, and that book is Boys R Us by Lacey Harrison. This is actually the 11th book by the Click series, and I'm sure if you guys have seen any of my other Browse My Bookshelf episodes, you know that I used to love the Click series. So of course I picked up the entire series, and that is why I got this one. I'm pretty sure that this book is about Massey and her clique kind of disassembling, and so Massey tries to make a different clique from them while all the other girls are still best friends. And so of course a lot of drama ensues because that's what happens in these books. This was definitely one of the longer Click books, even though it's definitely still kind of small. My memories of the series are always associated with like junior high and just how much I really love this series. I ended up giving this one 4 out of 5 stars. I don't know if that rating holds true because I just kind of randomly picked star ratings for these books whenever I joined Goodreads because of course I hadn't read these books in a long time, but I think that this probably is a solid 4-star book. I love the series and maybe someday I'll be picking these up again. The final book of this hashtag Browse My Bookshelf episode is yet another Click book, and that is Brat Fest at Tiffany's, of course by Lacey Harrison. This is the 9th book of the Click series, and again I picked this one up because I picked up the entire Click series, and I think that this one mainly revolves around boys coming to their school. They do go to an all-girls school, so that would definitely be messing up their system, especially since they are the most popular girls in school. Again, I read this one in junior high, so it's associated with a lot of junior high memories, even though I can't remember exactly whenever I read this one. I rated this one 3 stars on Goodreads. I don't know if that rating's true, but I do really love these books, so maybe it should have gotten a higher rating. I don't really know. Overall, this series is definitely like a 4-star series. I just really love these books and the drama that ensues within them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have read any of these books, definitely tell me down below what your thoughts are on them. I really do enjoy filming these videos, so I'm kind of sad that I won't be able to film as many during college. Thank you all for watching, and now I'm gonna go get back to reading.